Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Kaboom Plays Minecraft Legends PvP, our versus mode. And today this episode is going to be called the Death Star. This is a fully functional, operated redstone cannon with all the upgrades. You know, when you get into a game, you really don't know what your fellow players are going to do. That's part of what you have to do in this game at the very beginning. I usually say this a lot. I usually have a game plan and, you know, to go collect resources and do stuff like that. Sometimes your opponents, you know, they'll rush you, they'll be going for their own builds. But sometimes your opponents, or I'm sorry, not your opponents, sometimes your allies do some of the weirdest things. Like, you're just like, what in the world? What is going on here? Which is fine. So you just gotta roll with it. That's part of what makes this game interesting, is the uncertainty of what's happening. You can play your game. What I have found, though, is I will play the basics, and once I get a feel for where my other players on my team are going, I'll try to join them and make that happen so that we're able to unite and hopefully get the victory overall at the end of the day. But here I've been just bringing my troops in, and just I love the the fact that I can bring my troops in and start attacking, getting these resources. That one of my other players came down here. They saw I was working this area and they left, which, yeah, I was glad about that. So, you know, he got the information, but here's an issue. I'm a full on Prismarine. So I'm like, what the heck? And so I come back to find out what's going on here back at the base, and I go ahead and drop this down. I think we might have been getting attacked, an early rush. I might have missed that there, but so I decided to start help building walls. Just, you know, if they're doing an early rush, I want to make some sort of fort around, you know, a second layer. And I do like the fact that these mounds, you have these mounds, and something I've been doing or been, you could say, practicing, is figuring out where to build the walls and using those outlines around the perimeter where the layers go down as a reference point for. And so here on this first one, I found that gives you a good distance around your base to be able to build your upgrades and protection. And then obviously you don't want to go to the next two. You want to go down to the third one away and build your, you know, third wall there if you get to that point in the game. So I like to build the inner wall and then that secondary wall and then just work my way out. I'm trying to use up these resources. I'm a little concerned here because I'm like, man, there's no walls, there's no turrets, there's no, you know, it's kind of on me at this moment to use up to get the Prismarine, but also use the Prismarine, which is not a good sign. So whenever I notice this happening, as usual, I usually start to progress towards a redstone cannon rush, which I apologize. I know it's probably cheesy and stuff like that, but if you get into the later game and your enemies, are the guys you're fighting against, are building up to the first, and they're able to gather more resources, they're just going to overpower you. But I get over here, and my opponent had not been wasting his time. Look at this thing. He's got a masonry, he's got a war drum, he's got a spyglass, and then I shove in this redstone cannon here. Maybe earlier than what he was expecting because it's going to notify your enemies. But we're both over here. He's got skeletons, which is a really good strategy if you're building a redstone cannon, because look at the distance on this thing. Look at that with the spyglass. We're all the way over in the edge corner of their base, and I am yelling. Look at that. It's over at this point. I took out almost two of their team members, and yeah, so I'm like, all right, while it's cooling down, I'm gonna start building turrets, arrow towers. Sorry, arrow turrets, I guess would be a better way. And then I'm waiting for their response, which I'm expecting, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll build some turrets here, or maybe I'll use a redstone cannon on them. I don't know. It just depends on how big of an army comes running out at me. If I can take out their army quickly with the cannon, I'll do that. And so look at this. These things are getting upgraded. The cobblestone. I'm building a grindstone golem because I noticed their troops. So I want something to be beefy for my skeletons. I look over here to my left. There's another area that one of my other players was building. I don't know if they were going for a redstone cannon, but bam. Again, this is always on double speed. So this match was like a 12-13 minute match, but working together, I saw that my teammate was going for the Death Star redstone cannon, the death cannon, and I just jumped in and helped him, and we got the victory pretty fast and easy. This was another game of Minecraft Legends gameplay, PvP. If you found this video helpful, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, by God's grace, have a great day. Bye.